Welcome to Offscript. Today we're diving straight into Foundation Season 3, Episode 5, where tyrants spend eternity.
Yeah, this one, wow. This episode just throws everything you thought about heroes and villains right out the airlock.
It really does. It's intense.
Yes,
Right. This episode completely redefines things. The emotional whiplash is real.
absolutely. And our mission today, we're unpacking these, frankly, audacious narrative twists. We're looking at how psychohistory stops being just predictive and becomes, well, a weapon, a terrifying one.
For sure. Everyone's facing some kind of impossible choice here. It's a moral minefield.
Exactly. Power, morality, it's all shifting under their feet.
So let's get into it. Where do we even start with this cosmic gut punch?
Okay, Gail Dornick's ship, the Beggar's Lament. There's this really uneasy alliance forming.
Right, between Gail and Brother Don.
Exactly.
And she's using it, like leveraging it perfectly.
Totally. She's playing this huge game, and Don is, well, he's a key piece, even if he doesn't fully get it yet.
And Gail herself.
Yeah.
She explains her mentalic powers, right? Tries to say they're different from the mules, not direct control.
Yeah, but then she drops this line, something like, sometimes it's hard to tell where her subconscious influence ends and, her actual intent begins.
Ooh, yeah. That landed hard for me. Like, major foreshadowing, right?
Absolutely. Huge red flag.
Right. And then the reveal of Salvor Hardin's preserved zygote. It's such a quiet moment, almost throws you off, but it carries so much weight, doesn't it?
It really does. Beyond just, hinting that Leah Harvey might be back, how does seeing that tiny potential life change how we see Gail's actions, especially the big ones later?
It just complicates everything instantly. Gives her this incredibly tangible personal stake. It's not just about the abstract plan anymore. It's about her future, her child's future in this broken galaxy, and makes her later, well, monstrous choices, feel almost tragically human in a twisted way. You have to wonder, is she doing this for Selden or for Salvor?
Oh, man, yeah. Which leads us right into Brother Don's story here. He's tasked with trapping the mule using politics, basically, on Clarion Station.
Right. He has to strong-arm the Galactic Council, specifically Counselor Vinod Tarisk, into backing this enclosure of Kelgan where the mule is. And Tarisk has family there. He doesn't want to do it.
And this whole confrontation, it's where Don breaks, isn't it?
Totally.
You literally watch the sensitive, conflicted guy we knew just dissolve. He leans into his imperial power. And then that moment of shocking brutality, murdering that poor, terrified woman hiding in the closet to force Tarisk's hand.
It's a point of no return. That's the death knell for the Dawn who wanted to be different.
Absolutely brutal. And when he tells Gail, I'm a Cleon, we aren't raised to be kind, it's not like he's proud of it. It sounds like resignation, like he's surrendering to his programming. Such a gut punch.
It really is.
So, back in the Galactic Council, the blackmailed Tarisk makes the case, sways the vote, enclosure approved. Visually, it was cool, the voting with the glowing jewelry and all that.
Totally. Then, just as the Imperial fleet gets into position around Kelgan, boom, massive hologram of the mule appears. And his little speech.
Yes.
Villain swagger. He basically says, nice trap. Knew about it all along.
So when he finally appears and is basically like, cute fleet, watch me vaporize it, you believe it.
And his counter trap.
Right.
He triggers the gate. It fires his cobalt spike straight into Calican's sun.
And the star just erupts. Superheated flare washes over everything. The entire Imperial fleet, poof, gone, incinerated instantly.
Chilling.
But here's the real twist, the part that just floored me.
Gail's confession.
Yes.
So, Dawn is horrified, scrambling to escape Clarion Station, and Gail tells him, through the comms, that this wasn't a failure.
This was the plan. The destruction of the fleet, the planet, all of it, Gail's justification, pure, cold psychohistory.
Her reason. I had to make Empire and Foundation fit Selden's initial predictions.
I mean...
Yeah. She just calmly admits to orchestrating planetary genocide to balance the books, to fix a deviation in the math. Because the Empire was, stronger than Hari predicted at this point.
Right. And that final scene for him, chaos with Tarisk and the airlock. Tarisk is just broken with grief and rage.
And he shoots, the airlock blows, and they both get sucked out. But Don's in a suit, so he's adrift. Probably alive, but lost. Believed dead. What an ending for him. Or, non-ending.
So ambiguous.
Right.
And while Don's floating out there, the Empire's just falling apart.
Right.
Brother Day is off doing his, what did you call it? Big Lebowski in space.
Yeah, his spiritual quest on Mycogen. Completely MIA during the biggest crisis ever.
Leaving Brother Dusk, Terrence Mann, as the last Cleon standing on Trantor, he gets Dawn's final message, thinks he's dead, and guess what he now controls?
Empire's ultimate superweapon. And Terrence Mann just nails that look in Dusk's eyes. What could possibly go wrong?
So true.
And then there's Demerzel. Oh, boy. She's clearly upgraded, more powerful, and the episode ends with her showing up unexpectedly, confronting Gail, face to face.
It's like she's saying, nice try with your little plan. My game is older. What a cliffhanger. And amidst all that chaos, we shouldn't forget Haven, Tauren, and Beta Mallow, Magnifico Gigantic.
Right, that subplot. Slower, yeah, but important. It gives us some humanity.
And it sets up Magnifico's power, right? His music affecting emotions.
Exactly. Which is pretty blatant foreshadowing, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Setting him up as key to dealing with the mule later.
It all ties back to the central theme, doesn't it? The Selden plan isn't passive anymore.
No, it's active. It's violent. It forces you to ask these huge questions about sacrificing lives for some predicted future.
And the episode shows different kinds of tyranny, right? The Empire's inherited kind, the mule's emotional destruction.
And now Gail's. The tyranny of pure, cold, devastating logic.
All right, verdict time. Final grades for Where Tyrants Spend Eternity. I've got mine locked in. I have a feeling we might differ slightly here. You first. What's the score?
Okay. Deep breath. Look, this episode was huge. Galaxy-altering, stakes through the roof, the betrayal, chillingly cold. I'm landing on a B+.
A B+. This was the episode everything pivoted on. Explain. What kept it from an A for you? I need to know.
Whoa, easy there. I said it was a banger. But, okay, for me, it felt like they slammed the accelerator too hard in places. We get this monumental, planet-killing, fleet-destroying event, and it happened so fast. I wanted to sit with the weight of it a bit more, maybe. It felt a little rushed right at the climax, like a spectacular meal you have to wolf down.
See, I totally disagree. I think that speed was the point. It was brilliant direction by
Right.
Christopher Byrne. The horror wasn't the spectacle. It was the cold efficiency, mirrored in Gail's confession right after. Seeing Dawn's face register it all, that was the weight. It's about the person lighting the fuse, not just the explosion. That's way more terrifying.
Fair point.
But okay, I'll give you this. The Mallows on Haven. While necessary for the plot and good for their characters, it did feel like hitting the pause button right when the main story was going nuclear. Bit of a pacing dip there.
Exactly, thank you. Felt like a side quest notification popped up during the final boss fight. But on the massive plus side, Cassie and Bilton, just devastatingly good.
Which brings me back to my A. Because this episode delivered Gail's full Anakin Skywalker turn. She crossed the moral event horizon. She's not just interpreting psychohistory, she's wielding it like a weapon.
Right.
That character shift alone, that audacious, horrifying transformation, that makes it an A. Easy.
All right, you've swayed me a bit. Maybe B+ was harsh. Let's call it A-
Love it.
for Gail becoming arguably scarier than the guy who blew up a sun. But I still think that one sequence felt rushed.
Never letting that go, are you?
It's my personal psychohistory. Got to stick to the prediction.
Fair enough.
So, recapping the fallout. The galaxy's a mess. You've got Gail's terrifying logic, the mule's emotional chaos, Demerzel's inscrutable endgame all circling each other, and Empire's fractured, leaderless practically. And other players, like the Mallows and Magnifico, are moving into position.
And it leaves us with huge questions, right? Not just about the plot, but about morality. When heroes become monsters for the greater good, when math itself becomes a justification for annihilation, who's the real tyrant? Is logic divorced from empathy just another form of tyranny?
Exactly. What does it even mean to be a tyrant in this universe where everyone thinks they're saving humanity?
Yeah.
Just differently. Definitely chew on that. Well, that's our deep dive for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we'll catch you on the next Off Script.